Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Point 2.0 Studios. We are on this morning, folks. Good morning, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Rumble 2.0 and getting a good start to the day with a good cup of coffee here. And it's tasting mighty fine. No honey this morning. I think I had too much one day. That's why I sort of figure I'd take the next couple of days off with the honey. But Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on Rumble, Fireman Rich on all those other fine and good social media platforms. You can check out the links on the various platforms. Let's see, we only have we got 7 on Rumble, 2 on Twitch. We're broadcasting to YouTube. I see it on my tablet, and but the comments aren't coming in from YouTube. What's going on there? Let's see. It's connected. Okay, it's connected. We'll give it a wait. But I see the on the YouTube there, and but also you can also Google Fireman Rich as far as that goes, and to see where I'm at on these social media platforms because I'm a social media enthusiast, social media observer as far as that goes. That's how I told myself here on this internet. And we'll say good morning to Tina, our Jersey girl. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a good week so far. Hope you had a good day yesterday. And we have Tony D in the house as well, giving a salute day on the Twitch. Yep, I had the Twitch thing came up. It was just Rumble and YouTube, and then I went into the thing and I started it up. You can start it up on Rumble 2.0 if you forget to start it. So I started that, but we're not having the YouTube up here. That's interesting. Okay. Um, but we are on YouTube as far as that goes. I'm seeing the comments coming up. I see a comment over there, Tony. You did the salute day. I don't see it in the over here on the client the 2.0 thing, but I see it on my tablet there, Tony. Salute day to you. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag good morning to Mr. Mrs. says good morning to everyone. That means you, Tina, as well as you, Tony. She gave me a blanket. Good morning. She's up drinking her coffee. So Tony's saying salute. He's saying good morning to Tina on the Twitch side. And Tina saying good morning on the Twitch side. Back to Tony. And Tony says no video. Now that I'm using 2.0, the first minute and a half to 2 minutes, you'll just see the static picture. Okay, unless Tony, you came on and there was no video, it's because I wasn't connected. That could have been that. But in the beginning, when you just see the static that says Fireman Rich, there's at least a minute to 2 minutes, and I'm posting things up on the other links. I'm posting up the link to the show, to the broadcast here, and I can't do that beforehand like I did it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But I'm getting used to that. But then right after that, when I get done, when I do the countdown, that's when I'm 1 minute into coming live as far as that. So the format you with this new 2.0, you'll see the static picture of the title of the broadcast. Okay, and then it'll be just a minute and a half to 2 minutes because I got to click that through. So hopefully I don't get them all. I always have those preset, and then okay, but the no video, it might be because I forgot to hit it wasn't connecting, so I had to reconnect it. And that could be the reason there, Tony, as far as that goes on that. But we're getting our start here, and Tina says good morning to the missus. She thanks you for that. She just gave me a blanket. Said just say good morning. So I'm not yelling into the living room. I guess you can still hear me though. But thank you for that, Tina. Appreciate that. But we have 2 people on Twitch. Nobody on. Well, I'm showing on the tablet. There's 1 person there, so there's something going on with the connection from Rumble to YouTube, and we have 5 people on the Rumble, so we're good there. So we're on the 2.0 Rumble 2.0, and we'll see. I'm sure this is the same. I didn't trash this. I just used the same client that I used yesterday. It was sitting in there in the queue, so I reuse it. That's what you can do. So it saves me time, and we had no problem one day. So I'm anticipating no problems. Keep fingers crossed you never know with live stream. Anything could happen as far as that goes. But I'm very happy with it. I wanted to broadcast yesterday, but I mowed the lawn. Well, we mowed the lawn. The missus, she does the push mowing, and I do the riding lawnmower. And she likes doing the push mowing. So around the house that the riding lawnmower can't get to, um, and the lawn's looking nice. Let me open this. I don't usually open it. Man, it looks nice. We got some rain last night, and it's green and it's cut. It's I'm let's just say my lawn is looking better than the golf course here lately because they've had some problems with their getting their lawnmowers and stuff from what I hear. Um, but they do a pretty good job and stuff, and they'll get that squared away. I went for a very early walk yesterday after the audio podcast. I was out on the walk probably right around 7:30. So I got back at 8 and then did the wash, and then it was right at around 10:30. Boom, out and do the lawn, and took an hour and a half, and then what is it? Lawn looks nice though. It looks nice. We got cloudy overcast, so let's see what the weather is here in a minute. And so it needed it. So I got it dialed in the deck. It's one notch below 3. I used to do it on 3 notches below 1. It was rock bottom. I mean, I was digging into the dirt, and I don't want to do that anymore. So it just leaves a nice green grass look and stuff like that. So the lawn was looking nice for the week, and I had fun. I got to get some gas here this weekend there. So to fill up. I use the last of the gas there. We usually get maybe three mows on a 5 gallon tank of gas can, and there's a story behind the gas can that I use. Tim Mello, God bless him. God bless you, Tim. I'm thinking about you now. I was I was driving and I ran out of gas in the Pontiac Fire Sunbird that we had when we were out. I was coming in from Derby to go to, and I had to pull over because I ran out of gas. So did I have I didn't have a cell phone back then. I don't know how I might have. I'm not sure what I did. I think I pulled over. I went to. I think. Well, if anything, Tim, I ran out of gas. I don't know if I was going to work or whatever, but I had Tim Mello's number. I gave him a call, and we went to the hardware store to get a 5 gallon jug, plastic hard. I still have it to this day and stuff. Every time I use it, I think of Tim. He was a firefighter, federal firefighter that I worked with out at McConnell Air Force Base, and good guy. And he passed away several years back, and so I can remember I told him I'd say I go. And I didn't need a gas can because we were living in an apartment there and stuff, but I kept it and went to Italy with us. And then maybe we put it in storage. But anyway, I still have it. And you're talking back in the early 90s. That's when I got this thing. It's still good. And I remember back then I said, Tim, every time I use this gas can, I'll be thinking of you. And I'm thinking of you right now, Tim. God bless you and Godspeed. Oh man, that's a good memory there. Tim was a good guy. He was a really good guy a good firefighter too. He was a driver operator on the shift I worked, and well, actually, I was his assistant chief for a short time there when I filled in for about a year. When Mr. Lawson left, he just said, "Screw it, I'm out of here." Him and the chief didn't get along and stuff. And when he left, I was sitting right outside the kitchen in on the structural side stalls. And I'm sitting there, and I knew something was going on because you could hear the rising of voices over in the admin area. And then Mr. Lawson comes out and he looks at me. He says, "Robbie, it's your shift. I'm out of here." He packed up his things and he went back. He used to come down. He was from Kansas City, but he would come down and do the 24 hours. And I don't know if he had a place in Wichita or something like that. But God bless and Godspeed to Mr. Lawson too. He was a good assistant chief. He gave me some leeway. He basically I was a station captain, fill-in assistant chief, and I learned a lot under him as far as he gave me the opportunity to grow as a leader. So I remember, he's. I had good assistant chiefs. No, almost all assistant chiefs. The assistant chiefs I had in Korea and Japan, they weren't all that. They were a couple of knuckleheads. I could have done better, but anyway. But I got to fill the gas can. That it all started with that gas can. That story. It went around in a circle. Okay, so the lawn's mowed and looking good, and then I took a nap afterwards. I took a nap later that afternoon, and then um, I'll say it now. We'll say it again in the sports section. I watched the Sabres win last night. Oh my God, what a game! Good hockey game. I didn't watch the last two games. Um, Primarily the two games ago, they tied and they just didn't look. I said I can't watch this. It looks like and they lost. They lost the last two games. I had a feeling the last game they just weren't. They played pretty. They played decent last night. They were more aggressive as far as that goes. So let me see if I wonder if I refresh this, if that will come up. So the Sabres won last night. So go Buffalo, and we'll go over that. Because there was some stuff that happened during that game. So I'm sure we'll be talking about it. I'll find the article up there when we go to the articles there in the second half. Let me refresh that, see if that comes up. But at any rate, we are getting our day started here, and we have the morning coffee, and all is good in the hood. Oh, Monday, I ended up winning my chess game. I forgot about that. We had a chess game. It was too cold. It looked like I talked to when I went for my walk Monday. I talked to my neighbor. They got back from a fishing trip down in Pennsylvania. They had a great time fishing, and um, and I said, "We're going to play out in the gazebo tonight." I said, "He goes, sure. The weather holds out." It was like it was 65 to 70 degree, during the course of the day, and so it looked like it was going to be a nice day. But then, like right 20 minutes before we're just finishing dinner, that. Um, I get a phone call from my neighbor and says, "Yeah, Rich, it's maybe a tad cold out there. It would be nice starting, but by the end of the game." And I said, "Yeah, you know what? You're right because the wind's picking up." So we ended up playing on chess.com, and he came out like a gangbuster on the chessboard. I'm like looking at this, like at about the fifth or sixth move, I'm getting up. I'm just saying, this is he's coming after me, and the missus heard that, and she thought that was funny. Um, but and he was really aggressive. He was white, I was black. I had black pieces, and he was coming straight down the middle, and he had controlled the middle, and I was trying to set something up, and my pieces were all getting jammed up as far as that goes, and then there was a couple moves I made to where all I could equate it to is it was like the Battle of the Bulge. He had his forces all the way up there, and then he just couldn't, he didn't know where to go. He said, I didn't have a move. I said, what do you mean? You had moves? And he says, no, I just, you know, because he had this one move, he brought his queen all the way down next to my king, and I'm looking at this for a couple minutes. What the hell is this, a trick? And he just gave up. He gave up. He said he just, I did not have a move, and just your position was so. I guess I had a good position to where I had my bishops pointing at his. He castled early. I couldn't castle. I was trying to castle, but I couldn't for some reason. Or I could have castled, I guess. No, I didn't want to castle at that point and stuff. But he castled earlier than normal, and I just had the angles with my bishops and my queen, and when he moved a pawn, when you castle, your king's all the way over on the king side. He put the pawn in front of his king. He went one forward, and to attack my knight, but that would have it would have if he would attack the knight, he would expose my um, exposed his king. So and I guess he just saw that was um, oh, the title is wrong. Oh, double J's. The title is Wednesday. What do I got in there? Oh, I got Monday. Oh, okay. Thank you, double J's. Appreciate that. Still getting used to this good morning double J's. I'll change that right now. Thank you to double J's. Yeah, it does say Monday. Oh my god, I forgot to change it. I changed the date though, right? Yeah, I got the date right. That's what happens when I got. Let me go ahead and edit that. I can't do it on the YouTube until after the broadcast, so let me change that to Wednesday on the Wednesday. Thank you. How you doing, Double J's? Glad to have you coming in from an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere, and hope all is well with you. So the chess game went. I won. He could have won. I think it's just going. And after the game, we're looking at chess.com. They analyze the game. They review the game for you, and that move that he made with that pawn, he was pegged out on the leaderboard, saying that they got this flowing uh, graph that goes up and down. If you're winning, you're all the way to the top. It's mostly white. If black is winning, it's mostly black. It goes down to the black side, and he had it pegged out until he made that move, and it just dropped like a rock. So it was right after that. Let's go ahead and do this on the Twitch side here. Let's go ahead and get in there and take that care of that. Okay, Monday, or no, it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, so we got that changed. Thank you, Double J's. Got that. So it was a good match. We're going to be playing again today. Today's Wednesday, so today is chess club day. We didn't have chess club day yesterday, and good morning to you, Double J's. He's saying good morning to the chat. Let's see, Constellation. You got the date. Yeah, I did get. Yeah, I did get the date right. I just wasn't paying attention to that and stuff. And Double J saying hi to Tina on the Twitch side, and we still have YouTube, but we don't have it up here. So I got a question mark on that. But as long as it works good, as far as let's see, we've been on for 26 minutes, so I'm still leery of that 1 hour and 1 minute mark. But for all intents and purposes, Rumble 2.0 is spot on. It's great as far as that goes. There's a lot of things you can do with the scenes, and I got to just change to the scene there. I just changed to a scene to where we're in the middle of the broadcast here, and so let's see what the weather is. We got a current temperature. It's cloudy out there right now. The leaves are starting to fill in on the trees, but we got. Is it raining? It's wet out. It looks wet out, but it's currently 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 10 degrees Celsius here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and so I'm just glad. I knew it was going to rain. I like to mow the lawn just before rain and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. So we got thunderstorms this afternoon, followed by a period of morning rain. Storms may contain strong gusty winds. Okay, high 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I like that. Winds out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 100%. So I won't be. Oh, that's the other thing. I won't be putting the solar panels out. I did have them out for 8 hours yesterday. There was some good sun yesterday. Just before I started mowing, I put the solar panels out to top off the 125 amp deep cell battery that I have for backup for. If power goes out, I don't start the generator right away. That battery, I can hook up like 3 or 4 lights, and those lights will stay on for like more than a day and a half almost. Well, if I had 1 or 2 on, maybe a day and a half, but 4, I can have it on there for a good close to 18 to 20 hours because I got low amperage bulbs, because you don't need a real high amperage bulb. It takes a little slow for it, but once a bulb is on, like this one is, once it's on, it's on. So and you don't use that much. You use a low amperage, but it looks like we got rain now until 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then we got scattered thunderstorms starting at 5 o'clock. So we got a little bit of a pause there, and let me see what the let's see what the weather maps looks like, the local weather. Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is right there. You can see cloudies are all over Tioga County there and stuff. So that's what the local weather is right there. Compliments of WBNG. Full disclosure, I have no association with WBNG as far as that goes. And it is going to be a wet day. Okay, let's see. The sun rose this morning at 5:48, which is 32 minutes ago. It's 6:24, so 5:48 a.m. 32 minutes ago, the sun rose. Oh, wait a minute, no, it's more. That's 42 minutes ago. 42 minutes ago. Okay, so 5:48 a.m. The sun rose this morning, and it'll be setting at 8:17 later today in the evening, which is nice. It stays. You could see outside there the window when the sun goes down for at least a good 30, 40 minutes afterwards and stuff like that. So, um, let's see. Our world times and temperatures. I got to bring up my clock here. So that's what the weather's going to be there. World times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii, when it comes up here at 12:24 a.m. It is cloudy skies with some clearing, and let's see. Double J says spring weather. Yep, it's a transition period and stuff like that. But it's definitely springtime now. Even we had a frost freeze yesterday morning, but it didn't even feel like winter. Honolulu, cloudy skies with a little clearing, 75 degrees Fahrenheit at 12:25 a.m. They're just coming into today. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:25 a.m. At their location, clear skies, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City at 5:25 a.m. Cloudy skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle, that I'd like to call it, in the city at 6:25 a.m. It's 6:25 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, and it is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, down in Jersey, where Tina is at, it's currently, well, she's going to have a high of 73, a low of 44. Those are springtime temperatures right there. Partly sunny down in New Jersey, central New Jersey, and down in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony is from. Coming in on the Rumble side, he currently 58 degrees Fahrenheit there, 80 degrees for the high. Ooh, that's a nice temperature. 58 for the low, mostly clear down in Warner Robins, Georgia. Where Warner Robins, Georgia is, you got Atlanta, and then below Atlanta is Macon, Georgia, and then Tony is right below Macon, Georgia, as far as that goes, at Warner Robins Air Force Base, where he turns a wrench on those F-15s, and we do appreciate, and I salute your service, sir. It's still a good fighter. It's been around for a long time. It outlasted the F-14. The Navy went to the F-18. The Air Force is still flying, and there's countries that they want that F-15. I know they were the first was when my last duty station at Yokota Air Base. My last job, I was on shift for a while, station captain, and then I went my last 2 years there. I was the NCOIC of the alarm, and I was in charge of the 911 dispatch center. And I remember one morning we were just getting started a shift, and these two Japan two aircraft from the Japan air defense. It's not a military; it's a defense. It's an air defense. They come in, and they were F-15s, but they had the big red sun on the tail, and I'm like looking at that. That's so eerie because we were in World War II. Imperial Japan was our enemy back then. Now they're the best of our friends. They're one of our best allies out there in the Pacific. But it was just different seeing that. I always remember, I'd say, F-15. I always go to that picture of that F-15 as far as that goes. Let's see here. We do have a thought for the day, and our thought for today comes from a theoretical physicist. We get a lot of quotes from Mr. Albert Einstein, who revolutionized physics with his theory of relativity. E equals mc squared. We get a lot from him, and we've had a lot from Ben Franklin also. But his quote and our thought for the day. Let me bring it up here. I forgot. I dropped. How come I dropped my my X my X page? So let me bring it up here real quick. His quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: A person who never made a mistake, which I don't think there's anybody that hasn't made a mistake, never tried anything new. So if you got a person saying, I never make mistakes, and you could say, well, Albert Einstein would say, you never tried anything new. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. And that's pretty interesting in the aspect that the meaning of that basically goes that making mistakes is a natural and necessary part of learning, growing, and innovation. It's a trial and error as far as that goes. I've made mistakes and I've learned from those mistakes. So it's a teaching tool. I know that I know making mistakes sometimes they suck. They do. It literally sucks making a mistake. So if you never fail, it simply means you are only doing things you already know how to do rather than challenging yourself to explore some new territory to push your boundaries. And for me, pushing those boundaries, I switched over to 2.0, and it's better than the regular legacy on Rumble. So I made there's some mistakes. I thought they were Rumble. They weren't. They were my mistakes. I did some tweaking, trial and error, and here we are now. So I tried something new, Rumble 2.0. There's something recently that I tried something new, and I'm succeeding now because I guess to correlate that with live streaming, there's so many people. This is back during the Haps days, even the Blab days, and even before the Blab days when I used to be over there on UStream back in the day. Um, People would complain, "Oh, you don't want to use OBS; it sucks," and stuff like that. OBS is so freaking cool. I love OBS. I mean, it has it is, believe me, it has had its moments, but OBS, and then in conjunction using it with Rumble, man, it rocks. So the people that they say it sucked, well, I don't think you try. I don't think you'd made enough mistakes with it to finally say that you know how to use it. And I'm still discovering things on that. That's a great tool, that OBS. As far as that goes, some people, oh, that you just don't. You want the easy way. Okay, go to Restream. That's the easy peasy way. It's just click, 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 click. Okay, it's just. But if you don't try something new, you're going to be stagnated doing the same old thing. And that's what I like doing with my live stream. I don't like traveling the path that's mostly used. I like making my own path and stuff like that. So, but there's people using Rumble. There are people, but they could use it more and stuff because I think Rumble is just great. If Rumble rocks, and what do we got on there? 5 on Rumble, um, and I have noticed since I've used Rumble 2.0, I'm this number for Rumble is usually goes up a couple, has been up a couple more notches and stuff like that. So it's probably being noticed that I'm using Rumble 2.0 as far as that. It's just an observation that I see and stuff. So, but let's see here. The marker's not up there for YouTube, but I'm just noticing now that we have, according to my tablet here that I'm monitoring YouTube, we have 2 people on YouTube as far as that goes. Let's see our national day today. Let's see, we have National Crouton Day. Okay, I like crouton. I had croutons. I guess they were croutons in my salad last night that we had last night. We had some good air fried chicken there that Mrs. made up. Really good stuff. National Third Shift Worker Day. Yeah. Yeah, believe me, I did my hours of third shift there when I worked at IBM in Endicott, the birthplace of IBM. I saw a documentary the other night on the PBS. It was Watson. It's about Mr. Watson Sr. And what a story that is. He was the CEO and president and chairman of the board for a number of years there. And A very, very inspirational guy there. Very serious about his work too. We got National Receptionist Day. Okay, yeah, receptionists, they make appointments and all that. We got National Frog Jumping Day. Ribbit, ribbit. We're gonna go with this one because, and I don't know why this is at this day. I thought this day is in March, when the 3rd of March, or no, March is the third month, but the 14th day of the month. And but this is the real pie day, National Apple Pie Day. I know you're going to like that one, Tina. And we say good morning to Farmer there. Good morning, coming in from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Good day or good morning to you, sir. Otherwise known as California East. But then again, I think you have a very good Supreme Court there in the Commonwealth. Farmer. That was the big news. I just thinking of that now that the Commonwealth of Virginia has been in the news that your Supreme Court now they want to do away with the third part of the government. They want there's one side that say, oh, we're gonna squash the Supreme Court. It's like that's disingenuous. And I'm talking about was it the gerrymandering maps there that and I think they're probably doing some on both sides and stuff like that. But the Virginia one was just atrocious. It was against their constitution and stuff. And I don't see how they can bring that to the national Supreme Court, because it's the way that is said is embedded in your constitution. You can't go against your state constitution. But at any rate, good morning, Farmer. And Tina says yes on the apple pie. We'll get to that. And Tina saying good morning to Farmer. And Farmer is saying we do. And now the Congress people want to retire the judge. Well, the U.S. Congress can't retire your Supreme Court. It's your state legislator that has to do that. And some people misconstrued that. That I know there's people in Congress, especially Mr. Do Nothing Jeffries there, Hakeem Jeffries, who wants the United States to lose on things and stuff like that. And let's see, the National Supreme Court shut them down. No, I don't think they can. The National Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, I don't think because it's a state rights thing. I think that's something. That's my interpretation, because it's embedded in your Constitution. The U.S. Supreme Court cannot dictate your Constitution. I don't think, because I think they've already looked at it, shut them down. I don't think that your state legislators can. The National Supreme Court can't. They don't have any ruling over the state Supreme Court. That's a state federal separation there and stuff like. To my knowledge, I may be wrong. I don't know. And let's see. Okay, the U.S. said they won't hear. Yeah, they're trying to make the radical liberals there, especially your governor. They want to make a point. They're trying to make a case to bring it to the U.S. Supreme Court, but I think, in my opinion, it can't go there as far as that goes. And Farmer says, right, yeah. That's the thing. People see it in the news, or they think the U.S. Supreme Court's going to rule on it. It's a state level, because it's in your state constitution. And so it's a state rights thing and stuff. I like state rights. State rights are very important to this country. They're a foundation to the forming of this country also. So there's some people in Congress like Jeffries. They thought you went outside. You can change your maps if you follow the rules, but that was a clear, blatant example of they did not follow the rules in their Constitution, for God's sakes, and stuff like that. And Farmer says, and it's not impeding on anybody's voting rights, in my opinion. Our state government, the part that's mad, wants to retire. Yeah, they want to retire or shut down the Virginia Supreme Court. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. And I don't think they can. If they want to get rid of a part. They want to get rid of the third leg of the government, because state and federal government. You got the executive. You got the Congress, and then you got the judicial, this, the court system and stuff. So that's ridiculous. Okay, back to apple pie here. National Apple Pie Day. Hashtag National Apple Pie Day. National Apple Pie Day is America's favorite apple dessert, or favorite dessert, and it's my favorite also. And after that is pumpkin, and it's observed annually on May 13th. This food holiday is not only delicious, it's one of the oldest traditional foods everybody serves at every holiday, and it does. I always have if we have pies on Thanksgiving, it's got to be a pumpkin pie, but I don't. I like having an apple pie there too. I love the apple pie. The first apple pie recipe was in England in 1381. Ooh, that's a long time ago. The list of ingredients includes good apples, good spices, figs, raisins, pears, saffron, and a type of pastry crust. It's a certain pastry crust. While the apple pie exists well before the pilgrims landed on the eastern shores of what is now the United States of America, um, Americans uh, wax poetic about American apple pie. The phrase "as American as apple pie" has been around for more than 100 years, and I love apple pies, and Farmer does too. Yeah, apple pie. Apple pie rates real good there. Teddy Roosevelt was impressed to have taste of ho- a taste of home when he was served in an apple pie when traveling in Africa. So that was something. Soldiers during World War II often quoted they were fighting for mom and apple pie in the 19s. Were often and in 1970 advertisements used patriotic connections with commercial jingles, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Remember those commercials? The old Chevrolet commercials? That was something as far as that goes. So so have a slice of apple pie today. Hashtag National Apple Pie Day. So that's a good one. I love an apple pie. Makes me want to go out and buy one today. Okay, let's see. We do have, let's see, where are we at? 47. We're going to go to 100 years ago. Let me just see something. We did have the audio podcast yesterday. What did I talk about? Oh, the moon. The moon, I couldn't see it last night. Well, I saw it the other night. The moon, I guess it's on the 19th, which actually next week on the 19th, that's when the Starship from SpaceX is going to be going up, and we'll be broadcasting that live. I think it's next Tuesday at 6:30. But between May 18th and May 20th, which is next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, um, um, Jupiter and Venus will appear in a line with the moon, where you're going to have the crescent moon, and then right underneath it, right at about, let's see, 7 o'clock, right underneath it, you see a dot. Those two, Jupiter and Venus, will come together, and there'll be like a big bright spot right underneath it. So if you have a chance to see that, that's next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we talked about that yesterday on the Fireman Rich audio podcast over there on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And um, so that's posted over there. And we do repurpose this audio over on Spotify, or Spotify for creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify for our listeners over there. Okay, now we're going to go to 100 years ago. Let me go ahead and bring that up as far as that goes. And we got that. Yep, we got that. So we go here. And let's see, what I want to bring that up. We got to say share that now. And see, it's so much easier. I have this already preset on the Rumble 2.0. So I just go like this and, oh, wait a minute. I got to add it to the stage. There we go. Just like that. See? just like that. So here's 100 years ago from Fox 40. Full disclosure: I have no association with Fox 40 in any fashion whatsoever. I don't work for them. I just consume their um, their news that they put on their website, and one of those things is 100 years ago, and we it gives an idea of what it was like here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and we'll give this a listen with Roger Luther. He's the Broome County historian. So here we go with 100 years ago.
100 years ago today, tents are being set up on Washington Street near Memorial Bridge for the big Triple Cities Progress Exposition. The exposition will open this Friday when Colonel Theodore Roosevelt Jr. will speak at the main entrance. Weeks and Dickinson's new music store at 39 to 41 Chenango Street will be opened formally with a public inspection, entertainment, and dance this Wednesday night. It was announced today that the bathhouses on the Susquehanna and Shenango rivers will be open to the public on May 30th and will remain open until Labor Day. And finally, a wagon was hit by a streetcar Saturday near the Rock Bottom Bridge, knocking a wheel off the wagon, causing the team of horses to run wild for several blocks through the city before they were finally stopped. That was the news, May 11th, 1926.
There was an accident, a big accident there on Rock Bottom Bridge. Horse-drawn, a wagon drawn by some horses hit the streetcar, and they broke off and they went running through the streets. A big accident there. That's funny. And let's see, was announced the bathhouses. They had bathhouses on the Susquehanna. It must be people were swimming in the Susquehanna back in the day. I don't think they had bathhouses. That was back in the day. And then Weeks and Dickinson's new music store at Shenango, formerly will open with the form of public entertainment and dancing on the night. So that's the main thing they did back then. And then 100 years ago, Memorial State Bridge for the big Triple Cities Progresso Exposition. I guess big gathering there, and you had Colonel Theodore Roosevelt Jr., which would had to be the son of because Theodore Roosevelt was president before 1926, I think. When was Teddy Roosevelt? Let's see. When was he president? Let's see. Teddy Roosevelt. He was the 26th president. Yeah, he was president 1901 to 1909, and he was president when President McKinley got shot up in Buffalo, and when President McKinley was shot, he Teddy Roosevelt he was bear hunting down there in the Catskills, as far as that goes. So, and I think he didn't get word until I think it was a day or 2 days afterwards. So even though they were both in the same state. Teddy Roosevelt, former governor of New York State, also. So there we have that. Let's see. We have in other history for the day. We have on this day in 1888. Thomas Edison performed the first test of his electrical railroad in Mio Park, New Jersey. Electrical railroad. Okay, I didn't realize he was involved in the railroad there. And in 1914, on this day, the U.S. Congress passed legislation establishing Mother's Day to honor the uncompensated work of mothers on the second Sunday of May, which we just had this past Sunday. Yeah, that was the second Sunday. And let's see, in 1970, the world premiere of the Beatles film Let It Be became the first release of any kind by a band, featuring the unannounced rooftop concert in London, which was their last performance in public. I think U2 copied that when they did a rooftop performance out in LA, I think, back when they were just coming on the scene. Let's see, on the AP side, let's see, we got the Mother's Day there. In 1940, on this day, in his first speech to the House of Commons as British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat." He was a man of the age. He was a man on the spot there for the UK. And on this day in 1973, who can forget this? In the tennis first so-called Battle of the Sexes, Bobby Riggs um, uh, defeated Margaret Court 6-2, 6-1 in Ramon, California. Billie Jean soundly defeated Riggs at the Houston Astrodome later that year. So he made a big deal. Okay, I won, and Billie Jean King, she came back and wiped his ass on the court. That was a big televised. I remember that. I was in grade school then, and I just remember that was a talk. In 1980, a tornado struck downtown Kalamazoo, Michigan. It killed 5 people and injured 79. And let's see, what else we got here? In 1981, Pope John Paul II, my favorite pope, was shot and seriously wounded in St. Peter's Square on today, back in 1981, by a Turkish assassin. I think he ended up forgiving this Turkish assassin, and who was sentenced to life in a prison in Italy, but he was pardoned back in 2000 at the Pope's request, and he visited him in prison, and he forgave him. So that shows how much of a powerful man he was. Forgive his assassin and stuff like that. A great man of the cloth. And that is it for history. And let's see what we got on comments. No comments. Okay. In baseball action, starting Monday night. Let's see what the Yankees and Mets did as far as that goes. And let's see. Let me get rid of some of these. Okay, we don't need that. Let's see. Monday, Yankees lost to the Orioles. Man, that's they're losing too many games here. And the Mets did not play Monday. Actually, there was only 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, they had 10 games. No, that was yesterday. Monday they only had 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. They had 6 games Monday. Let's see. Tuesday, yesterday, you had the Mets beating the Tigers 10-2. Okay, go Mets. And the Yankees, they were off, it looks like. Yeah. Today, the Yankees will continue playing the Orioles this afternoon at 1:05, and the Mets will be playing the Tigers tonight at 7:10. Tomorrow, Mets and Tigers in the afternoon 1:10, and the Yankees, they're off Thursday, so they're doing every other day. So we'll pick them up. NHL action, like I said, the Buffalo Sabres, they won their game last night. It was a good game. I watched it. It was a good. They played more aggressive than they did the last 2 games. I didn't post out my X pages there. I did post the winning score last night. I did watch the game, and the missus watched the first 2 periods, though I think she was listening to the game when she was sleeping, or in the bedroom sleeping, or when she went to bed. But they won last night. Where is it? 3-2. It should have been 4-2. They took a goal away. The goalie, I guess it slapped in his hand, and his hand broke the plane of the red line, so it was in the net. It went back, but then the Montreal coach challenged it and said there was interference. And you look at the tape, there was no Buffalo Sabre near it, so how can you call interference? His own guy pushed him, but that doesn't count. So they took. I thought that was and then again they were in Montreal too. So But that ties the series 2-2. So they come back to Buffalo, and the next game for them will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock in Buffalo. So Buffalo needs to get their game on. They got the momentum to go to win it, and this might go down to 7 games possibly. So I'm watching hockey. I've watched more hockey than I have in the last let's see, 30, maybe 40 years. you know, I, I'm engaged in watching the Buffalo Sabres play. I guess they're my team as far as hockey. They're a good bunch of guys, and I can actually, I guess I'm enjoying it because I'm more focused on the puck going around and stuff like that. So where before I'd watch this, what are they shooting at? I guess when you're engaged and you want your team to win and stuff. Um, Nothing on the USFL or UFL front though. We'll talk about the games on Friday. There is another game on football today at 3 p.m. and that's Manchester City in the Premier League playing Crystal Palace today. So I think that was Wandering Australian is a Crystal Palace fan. I am a Manchester City football soccer fan, and that's it for sports. And we're coming up. We're at 1 hour and 40. Let's see. We're at 1 hour and 50 seconds. Let's see if we're still here, or else we can count it as a break, and I'll come back if this bombs out. I don't think it will. Let's see. We're at 1 hour and 1 minute. Are we still here? I think we are. I'm going to talk, even though if we bail out because we're still on the audio recording here. And okay, Tina, we'll see you later. Ciao for now. And yeah, we're still here. We're at 1 hour, 1 minute, and I think it's solid now. I think I did. I think I can take those concerns and just throw them out the window now. I don't, Rumble 2.0 is solid, even though we don't have YouTube up here. And Tina says, good. Yeah, that is good because I do enjoy using Rumble 2.0. 2.0 rocks, folks. It's a good platform and stuff like that. So, and you can broadcast up to 7 for free, and as far as that goes. So I like that. That's good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to go ahead and what is it? We're going to go ahead and take a break here. Let's see. How do I do this here? I go. Let's see. Do we add this? No. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. See. How do we do this? Oh, I got to go back. I got to go on this page. Okay, this page. This will go. We share the tab. Okay, we share the tab, and let's see. We'll bring it up on the stage. There it is. That's a new right there. That's what we're going to be going to right there. And let me start the music here, and we will be back in a couple minutes here, folks. So just hang loose. Enjoy the world views and temperatures of other places around the world. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We are back. We are back here on the Wednesday morning coffee for 05.13.2026. After we corrected the the name of the day of the week, we had the date right, but we didn't have the day of the week. We have to change that on the YouTube later, as far as that goes. But there's our intermission there. I hope you enjoyed that. I think I like that a lot better. And as far as that goes, I do listen to on the earbuds here when I'm out, and the music is a lot better. I think it's but we have our second cup of coffee here for the second hour, and I did put some honey in this one. Oh, you know what? We stopped at New York for the world times and temperature. I just thinking of that. Let's finish the world times and temperatures. We left off with Tony there, and I got sidetracked. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK, at 12:05 p.m. Cloudy skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, if I would have done it the right, it would have been manja time, but it's after manja time, lunchtime. It's 1:05 p.m. in Milan. The sun's peeking out with some cloudy overcast, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And we had Double J's here. So in his home country of India, but he's not that's where his home country is, India, but he's at an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere, as I like to say. Um, as far as that goes. But in New Delhi at 4:36 p.m., cloudy skies with some sun, 99 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's hot there in New Delhi. And down on the coast in Mumbai at 4:36 p.m., cloudy skies with a little sun, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, a little cooler there. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 7:06 p.m., sunny and clear, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And over the skies of Tokyo, Japan at 8:06. They're 11 hours ahead of us. Yeah, 8:06 p.m. It's raining in Tokyo, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and down under on the great continent, great country, and great friends and allies to the United States. Um, the United States, Australia is in Melbourne at 9:06 p.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing there. The moon's peeking out, the crescent moon, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And let's see. In Sydney, Australia, at 9:07 p.m., cloudy skies with a little bit of the moon peeking through there, the crescent moon in Sydney there, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are world times and temperatures as I speak. And let's see, Tony D says, talk to Smoke over the weekend. He says, what's up? Oh, okay. I'll have to. I got to catch up with this. Smoke is a good guy. He rocks. He's a good guy. And you're trying to get him to use Rumble. Well, he does a pretty good job. I think he just broadcasts to. Does he broadcast more than? I think he just stays on YouTube, doesn't he? Because I see his. I catch some of his replays and stuff. I don't catch. Because I don't think he has a regular schedule per se, as far as that goes. But Smoke there, he's a guy that he's over there on YouTube, and he has a good following. That'd be good if he uses Rumble. Rumble rocks. I mean, he'd probably just from the monetization. And Double J saying hi to Tony from the Twitch to Twitch. Oh man, that honey tastes so freaking smooth. I could get addicted to that. What's that?
Garbage truck is early today.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, today's garbage day. I put the trash out yesterday, so. But I gotta pop in on Smoke's broadcast there. He's a good guy. I met Smoke back on the Haps days. He's a good guy. Good guy, as far as that goes. Let's see now. We're going to go into our web pages here as far as see what the local good news is going on here in the southern tier of upstate New York. We started with Fox 40, and we'll continue with that. And I have no affiliation with any of these news web pages as far as that goes. And Little Venice gears up to host player waiter dinner for Rumble Ponies. Let's go. This looks. Little Venice is a Italian restaurant there in Binghamton. It's actually right next to the bus station, but it's a great restaurant there. The missus has been there. I've been there. Let me bring this up. This is going to be a good. This is show you a little bit of a good Italian restaurant, and the Rumble Ponies are going to be. Let's bring this up. We'll share that. Look how smoothly that is. I'm already right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Little Venice gears up to host Player Waiter Dinner, and Rumble Ponies, they're an affiliate, minor league affiliate for the um, for the New York Mets, and we do appreciate their a good team. Also, matter of fact, the current manager of the New York Mets, he used to, before he became the manager of the New York Mets, he was managing the Rumble Ponies here. So let's give this one a listen here and see what they have to say.
The Rumble Ponies are bringing back an exciting event where players are trading in their gloves for serving trays at the Player Waiter Dinner. In partnership with Little Venice, Rumble Ponies players will wait tables at the restaurant on Wednesday, June 3rd, starting at 5:30 p.m. There will also be opportunities for autographs and signed memorabilia auctions on site. The restaurant will not be accepting any dinner reservations for that night except for fans who bid to eat dinner with their favorite player. A portion of all the proceeds from the event will benefit the Binghamton Youth Sports Association.
The Rumble Ponies will be playing an 11 a.m. game that day against the Reading Phillies. And then afterwards, our players and coaches will make it down here for dinner, which will start at 5:30 and last until 8 p.m.
This is the first year we've done it since COVID. So we're excited to bring this back and to be supporting the BYSA with this event.
And we'll have more information on how you can bid on our website.
So they're bringing something back that used to be done before COVID. That's good. And what is this? Little Venice's. That's it. They got their own tomato sauce. As far as you can buy it in the store, but there's a pack. I guess they sell at the restaurant, and it tastes pretty good, folks. It's a good tomato sauce. So Little Venice down in Binghamton, New York. Give it a plug there as far as that goes. And let's see. Yep. Okay, we'll get used to this. We'll get used to this Rumble 2.0. But the Rumble Ponies, no affiliation with Rumble 2.0. Okay, that was a good one. Little Venice is, I haven't been there in years, but it is a good Italian restaurant as far as that goes. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, let's see. Just and nothing else here. Okay, so let's go to WEBO as far as that goes. Let's see. I'm not going to bring it up, but we did mention about last Saturday an individual here in Tioga County that I guess they decided to go in the river and end it all and stuff. And they have found the body. The New York State Police, and this is according to WEBO, is. Oh no, okay, he's been found. I guess this is the one where he's reported missing and stuff. But the kid was reported found in the river, recovered. The body has been recovered, and it was an 18-year-old. He graduated in 2025 at OFA, Weagle Free Academy, and it's sad. It's sad. It's just. But the recovery of the body was yesterday afternoon. I think it was Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon, as far as that goes. So that's just as a follow up that there'll be some closure, I guess, with the family and stuff like that. But so that was on WEBO had the initial missing of the body, the young man. Okay, let's go to WNBF. What do we have on WNBF? Let's see. This one, this is about the carousel. You know how I love the carousel. Love the carousel as far as that goes. So let me bring this over here on this one. And then we can get rid of these other web pages and stuff. Okay, this is on the carousel. Which carousel is this? So the carousel, I mean by merry-go-round. The merry-go-round there as far as that goes. So there it is. Experts inspecting West Endicott Carousel for needed repairs. That's at the one park there in Endicott, birthplace of IBM. And what's going on there is carousel specialists from Connecticut are in Broome County to assess what work will be necessary for the merry-go-round in the Town of Union Neighborhood Park. And Town of Union is in Endicott, okay? WRF Designs have been hired to assist in the carousel that was erected back in 1929. The town board last month spent up to $24,000 to analyze the carousel mechanisms and gears on site. Town of Union Supervisor Robert Mack told WNBF News that WRF Designs did a restore project for the town's other carousels, which is located in Highland Park in Endwell. And I've been on that. That's probably one of my favorite. I remember that one as a kid because they used to have the brass rings that you could, if you were on the outside, you could try and snatch one. I guess they took that away because too many people were getting hooked up on it. In a recent interview, Mack said mechanics of the West End merry-go-round are in rough shape. He said the primary inspection indicates work would be needed on the electrical system. The restoration firm has suggested needed repairs, and we have a video here. Let me bring up the video as far as that goes. So there's look at that. That's from 1929 there. That all that artwork there. It's probably been redone a couple of times. There's the house. All the carousels, the 6 carousels here in the southern tier, they're all enclosed. And this is one of the smaller ones. But we do have a video here. Let's go ahead and see. Let's bring this up as far as it's probably a Bob Joseph walk around here, stuff like that. This is a Bob Joseph's YouTube channel. He actually works for WNBF, folks, and we appreciate that. So let's go ahead. Now let's go back. Okay, hang on. I got to bring this up. What happened here? What happened? Okay, there we go. Let's bring it here. And we're going to share this. Oh, I'm looking at my, okay, I got to start my Twitch on my, it's styled out. I thought this wasn't up yet, but it is up. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it is up. Okay. Here we go. Let me maximize it and let's listen to Bob Joseph.
May 12th, 2026. This is the carousel at West Endicott Park in the Town of Union. The opening for this season will be delayed because an inspection is needed. Here's a quick walk around the carousel. It's been several years since I had the opportunity to ride on this carousel. I believe going back to pre-COVID days. I used to live in this neighborhood just a few blocks away. And although the neighborhood has changed, the Endicott Johnson factory building across the street there is gone. That's been replaced by the National Pipe and Plastics headquarters. One thing that's been consistent about this part of West Endicott is this beautiful carousel. It's not one of the bigger carousels, I have to say, though, because it's part of my childhood. I have great memories. Fortunately, it's going to take a while to assess the mechanical condition. And the thing about these carousels, these Alan Herschel carousels, they are antiques. It's going to be a challenging season for carousel capital of the world because this carousel needs work. Carousel at Ross Park is still a work in progress. The restoration continues. We just found out that there is a mechanical issue that needs to be addressed. And also, the CFJ carousel in Johnson City is not going to be in operation this season because of major mechanical issues. But there will be 3 other carousels expected to run this season here in Broome County. I'm Bob Joseph reporting from West Endicott.
So there's Bob Joseph at the Endicott Carousel merry-go-round, and I've been on that many a times. I think the first carousel I was ever on was the one at Ross Park, but I've been on all of them as far as that goes, and they're simply a treasure for this area and stuff. We're the southern tier. This area, the southern tier of upstate New York, around Binghamton, Endicott, Johnson City, and Vestal, it's considered the carousel capital of the world, and that's because there's 6 of them. There's going to be a 7th one, I think, placed in Vestal, but they're always fun and they're free. They're free. I think on some of them, I think you still have to pick up a piece of litter. I guess it's for the kids to pick up a piece of litter and throw it in as your admission, a piece of paper or something like that. It's in the park as far as that goes. And Big Juice is in the house. Richard, I told you to stop going to that's not the fair. That's at one of the parks. That goes on all summer long. That is not a carousel that's at the fair, Big Juice. If you were listening, which you have a tendency of not listening, those are the carousels that are permanently fixtured here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and then during the late spring, early throughout the summer, and all that. I just joined. Oh, you just joined, so you thought it was a fair. Yeah, no, you know how I like the carousels. You know about me with the carousels here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It's a carousel capital of the world because we have 6 of them. There's no other place in the world that has 6 of them. Soon to be 7 if they get this one. They got a new one. It's not new, but it's one from back in that era, 1926, 1930s. They're going to establish over in Vestal, New York. So it's in the Triple Cities area. That's over in Broome County, the next county over where I'm at. And I've in my course of my lifetime, I've been on every one of them as far as it goes. Most of the time, I either ride the one in Endicott. I mean, it's been a couple years now, and then or else the one at Ross Park. The one at Ross Park, it's been down for like a couple years because you have to these parts. You can't just go on Amazon and order a part for these carousels. As far as that goes. And there's Deplorable coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Deplorable. Good to see you. Glad to have you here, and love the flags. God bless America. As far as with the flags, he's saying good morning, Patriots on the Rumble side. Thank you. Rumble rocks, as I like to say. I hope all is well with you, my friend. And so there's a carousel. That's a good one from Fox 40 there. Oh no, that was on WNBF. And Bob Joseph, he always has those good walk-arounds and stuff like that. Let's see, what's this one? And let's see. Big Juice was talking about fairs, so this one is this next article on WNBF, which I have no association with again, or any of these other news articles. He's talking about the fairs. The fairs are gearing up for the summertime, and this one on WNBF, 4 upstate New York festivals you won't want to miss, and one of those is the New York State Fair. I'm sure of. There's no shortage of events across upstate New York, but a few stand out every single year. They are the ones people actually make plans to attend. One of the 4 isn't the Strawberry Festival. That's the one main festival I go to here in Owego, the Strawberry Festival. But the ones you hear about at work, the store, and friends who say, you've never been, you have to go. If you look to make the most of the summer, these are the 4 that are solid places to start. The first one is Taste of Country in Buffalo brings the party. If you like live music and high energy crowds, this one delivers. Taste of Country turns Salhan Fields into a packed all-day concert with big name artists and thousands of fans singing right along with them. It's loud, it's fun, it feels like one big summer kickoff with people who are just there to have a good time. And that's up there in Buffalo, New York. The next one, this is a big one. I have yet to go on to a Speedy Fest, but the Speedy Fest in Binghamton feels like home. If you're anywhere in upstate New York, this one just feels feels familiar in the best way. Speedy Fest is part food festival, part concert, part reunion. Between the Speedies, the balloon rally, and the crowds, it's one of those events where you almost definitely run into someone you know. And that's how I'm at I think the last couple of strawberry festivals in a week and stuff, but it's not on the list of the four. And even if you don't, it feels like you belong there. The other one now, this is the fair, the Great New York State Fair, and I've never been to the New York State Fair. That's too much for me. Is a summer tradition at its best. This is one of the classics as it gets. This is as classic as it gets. The New York State Fair. The State Fair in Syracuse is full of experiences, whether you go for the food, the concerts, or just wander for a few hours with something fried in your hand. like it's big, it's busy, and somehow still feels like something you've done forever, even if you're there for the first time. So I've never been to that one. The last one is the Adirondack Balloon Festival slows everything down. Not every festival has to be loud to leave an impression. The Adirondack Balloon Festival is one of the quieter, taking all the kind of experience. Watching balloons lift off early in the morning or light it up at night is simply, but sticks with you. It's a different pace, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. So. But why are these four worth your time? Well, there are plenty of smaller festivals all over the state, and I just said one, the Strawberry Festival, that's going to be in June. But these are ones that constantly draw people year in and year out. Each one brings something a little different, but they all give you the same feeling of being part of something special, even if it's just for a day. So there it is, the four upstate main festivals, and the only one I have planned is the Strawberry Festival. It's the one I'm going to be going to. Let's see in the comments here. Big Juice says, "Do you ever have fairs right in?" Yeah, we got the Tioga County Fair. There's fairs in every county here in New York. But the Strawberry Festival, that's the one I go to. I've been going to the last 2 years as far as that goes, Big Juice. And Farmer saying hello to Deplorable, Rumble to Rumble. And Deplorable says, heard California Dreaming on the radio yesterday and thought about you for me. They're going to have to update that song to California East. Oh, a little razzing there between Deplorable and Farmer there. That's good. It's all in good humor. All in good humor. So they're gearing up, and let's see. Let's see, what else do we have on NBF? Anything? That's 2 articles from NBF, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. Channel 12. Let's go to Channel 12. And see WBNG, another local news outlet here on the web that I have no association with. Ooh, crews respond to a house fire in Conklin. Let's see what this one's about.
When it comes to fun,
gotta wait for the commercial. Skip that, and we got that. Oh, this guy's back. Oh, okay. This guy that's in this picture right here, he's off to the left. He has the bald head. That's what the young lady here. He used to, yeah, Scott Saucin. He's back. Okay, I thought he left. And he went down to Scranton CBS affiliate. So let's look at this one. There's Scott. He's a good guy. He grew up in this area, so he came back. That's good. I like him. He's a good reporter too, locally. Let's see. Let's go ahead and. But this is they're talking. Crews respond to a house in Conklin, which is right outside Binghamton, Let's give this a listen and see what they have to say about this.
News out of Binghamton, where firefighters just finished battling flames at a home on Windway Drive in Conklin.
Yeah, 12 News' Erin Lawler is on the scene now, where she just spoke with the Colesville Fire Chief to get some more details. Erin, what can you tell us?
Autria, Scott, thank you. You are right. I am on Midway Drive in Binghamton. I'm going to step out of the way so you guys can see the scene that we're working with. Now, when the original call came in, Assistant Chief of Conklin Fire, Bill Gorman, tells me that they were told there was entrapment, but the homeowner was able to get out just in time. The fire is out, and Gorman says that the damage seems to only be in the roof at this time. Investigators are on their way to find out why the fire started. Now, everybody who responded was 5 Mile Point, West Windsor, the city of Binghamton, the town of Binghamton, Kirkwood, and of course, Conklin Fire. At this time, we don't know whether or not there are any injuries, but Assistant Chief Gorman said we will know soon. So stay with us on air and online. Live in Binghamton, Erin Lawler, 12 News. Original call.
Okay, I brought it back to this picture because a picture's 1,000 words. So what I'm seeing right there on the fire ground is an ex-firefighter. They're more or less in a relaxed mode. You can see the one person off to the left between the house and the fire truck. He has a Scott Air Pack on, black T-shirt. Right to the left, the 2 firefighters there, but he doesn't have his jacket on, but he's carrying it over his shoulder, the air pack, and that's a relaxed mode. The other guys are just sort of standing around outside. They had some firefighters off to the right. They have their jacket off, and so this is it's more or less a post. This is after the so they're standing down. They're in the post, sort of like what they call the mop up operation and stuff. But it was reported the fire was in the was in the attic. So I'm suspecting what's in an attic, and I'm just speculating now, so I don't know for sure, but I'm just speculating on what was reported. If the fire started up in the attic, you got electrical wires, so it's probably electrical in nature and stuff. And the person was entrapped probably because maybe the person, they didn't say if it was an older person or whatever, because it looks like a single story building there. So it looks like all you have to do is step outside and you're out of the building. But the person probably wasn't quick in the movement and stuff like that. So they figured, okay, the individual's entrapped as far as that goes. And let me see what the verbiage says on this particular. There's not much. Yeah. So the damage appeared to be to the roof. So if it's near this, I don't know, it's probably electrical, because I can't see. That's a chimney right there that they have. They have a chimney up there that they weren't probably having a fire or anything. So I would say it was electrical maybe. And and I don't see any burn char marks outside the window and stuff like that. So it's one of those things. They're going to respond, expediting the response. And once they get on scene and they say, okay, there's no real we need to slow it down a little bit so they don't, firefighters, they get real excited about when there's fire and stuff like that. So, and deplorables. Oh, you think Scott? No, Scott's a good guy. No, the guy that I was telling you about, he looks smug, but he is a really good reporter. When he left, he's one of my favorite reporters. I like him. He had a full head of hair. I guess he just went with the mode that he started. But he's a good guy. He's going to enhance the reporting on WBNG. I do like that guy. So he may look smug, but don't let the appearance. He is a really nice guy, as far as that goes. Deplorable. Yeah, it does look a little, Okay, let's see. What else do we have at WBNG? That's good that there was no injuries, of course. And let's see. We got another article about the waiters.
When it comes to
the waiters over there at Little Venice. This is from the WBNG's perspective. So let's go give this a listen. Gives you a different idea. We saw it already on Fox, but I want to go ahead and bring this one up here. So let's go ahead, boom. And okay, what happened to it? Okay, we'll bring that there. And that goes so much quicker. God, it comes up so much quicker. This is from Little Venice, the Rumble Ponies playing waiters for dinner. So let's give this, it's a different perspective from the WBNG. So let's go ahead and listen to this one.
After a few years of hiatus, Rumble Ponies are putting down their bats and gloves and trading them for a waiter tray and apron. That's right. The team will be serving tables at Little Venice in Binghamton on June 3rd from 5:30 to 8 p.m. right after the game against the Reading Fighting Phils. But it's not just that. Fans will be able to bid from May 12th to the 22nd to get a chance to eat dinner with their favorite players, something Rumble Ponies general manager says helps bring the community together.
Part of that is having the players involved in the community to do outreach. And, it's tough in baseball. Half the time our players are on the road. The other half, and then when they're at home, they're playing. So it's important for us to do outreach in the community. And we're usually playing in the evening, but on this day, we're playing in the morning. So it gives our players a chance to go out there and be part of the community and then raise some money for a good cause.
And to top it all off, there will also be a raffle auction, and all the proceeds from that, the player auction, and a portion of dinner sales will go to the Binghamton Youth Sports Association.
So there's a different little look there. We're looking at the shop of Little Venice. They got a little store there. Like I said, this is a good restaurant. I would highly recommend if you're in the Binghamton area to check them out. And as far as that goes. We move that one. Okay, there we go. So that's gives you another look or a different perspective of Little Venice restaurant there in Binghamton, New York. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. We talked about the Speedies Festival. This is one of the companies. They're not the original makers of Speedies. Speedies got their start at a bar called Sharky's in Binghamton. As far as from what the history goes, a lot of people say Lupo's is the one, but Lupo's is celebrating 75 years of making Speedies in the Southern Tier. So let's go ahead and bring this one up.
Manufacturing another 1.2.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring this up. I don't know if this is going to be about Lupo's or something else. All right, we'll give this a listen here and stuff. Let's see what happens.
Manufacturing another $1.2 million will improve Level Field and the Civic Center. More grants will help the library, housing, and fund a new coffee shop and also a bakery.
Well, it's the Southern Tier's most famous sandwich, the Speedy.
That's right. Whether you like lamb, pork, or chicken, one of Endicott's favorite spots has been serving up the classic dish for the better part of a century.
Amazing stuff. 12 News' Keith Savage is at Lupo celebrating 75 years. Keith, that is a familiar face you're with there right now. Tell us more about that man.
Yeah, Scott and Autry, it's been 75 years. Alongside me is Sam Lupo. How crazy is this? 75 years.
It's just wonderful, isn't it? I mean, my dad, Sam Sr., and his brother, John, who started the meat market, I don't think they would have ever expected this. So it's really a wonderful, wonderful project. I think it's a nice story, and I think it shows that we've lasted that long, and it talks about quality, and that was the first lesson that my dad and my uncle taught us, is quality.
Anything special you guys are doing for the 75 years?
We have a couple different projects. One of them, this isn't the final cut yet, but we're working on a special label on our Speedy marinade, and it shows the two owners, the original owners, Sam Sr. and John Lupo, who were the brothers and starters of Lupo's Market on the north side of Endicott. And then we have a clothing line that we're coming out that Jesse, one of our employees, designed. It'll be T-shirts, long sleeves, short sleeves, hats, sweatshirts. And then we're hoping for a special event, but we're not ready to announce that yet.
Perfect. And how excited are you just for the future of this place?
It's wonderful because I'm the second generation. And out of the 75 years, I've worked 58 of them. So that's a long time for me. And I'm now working with my son, Elliot, as the third generation.
Perfect. I appreciate you taking the time of your day. You know, Autry and Scott, maybe we have to bring you back here, but that's all we have from here. So back to the desk.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
Okay, there you have it. the second generation of Lupos, and their sauce, you can buy their sauce online, or you can order it online if you want. It's Speedies. You marinate the meat and you cook it up, and it's delicious. You marinate the meat in their sauce there for a couple of days, and man, it's tasty. It is very tasty. Deplorable, you said, is reported. The reporting is enhanced. Well, if you're talking about the picture here, because we're using Rumble Studio, we're in 1080p instead of 720p. So it's more enhanced as far as the picture. So that's what's happening there. You got a better picture as far as with the broadcast. So where if I was using the Legacy, that was in 720. This is a lot better because it brings out the picture a lot better and stuff like that. So there we have a good story on Lupos, and they make their own Speedies. You can buy in the supermarket, and they're freaking fantastic Speedies. I love them. The missus, she makes her own Speedies, but she uses that sauce or else something. I guess the other good sauce is New York State Fair Speedy sauce, which is good. And let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, here's something about no, that's nothing there. That doesn't have a video on it. So. And that's about it, folks, for WBNG. Let's go ahead and check channel 34. Anything on channel 34? And oh, we have a Binghamton University returning to American Idol. I don't watch American Idol, so but he is from He's from University of of Binghamton. Let's see. And I am not seeing anything on that channel. So let's go to WENY as far as that goes and see. Now, my question is, I just noticed this. I'm seeing the Rumble comments in the client. How come I'm not seeing them on the chat here? I'm monitoring the Rumble Studios on my phone, but I don't see any of the chat. Huh. Let me. That's interesting. I just know there's a couple minor things that, the first one, we're missing YouTube here. Nope, I didn't see that test. I see it here on the client on Rumble 2.0 right over here. There's comments off to the side here, and I see it right here, but I'm looking over here. Let me do a test here for all. Let's see. Huh, it didn't go. Let me restart my Rumble. Maybe that has. Maybe I'm on the wrong. I might be on the wrong. Let's see. Let's see, live chat. Okay, I was on the wrong app. I see it now. I was on the Rumble Studio app when I should have been on the Rumble app. There's two apps, and I think they're going to go down to one because I think you can broadcast on both of them. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I just noticed that. It's like, come on. Okay, let's see. What else we got on W? Okay, we got that one. That's WBNG. Let's go to WENY. Anything on WENY? And let's see. News, local. What do we have? Anything? Nope. Not seeing anything. So there's nothing there. Let's go to channel 18. My Twin Tears. What do we got in here? Anything? And I am not seeing anything on. Let's see. Let's go to the local news. And no. Nothing there. Nothing there on there. Let's go Penny Saver. Nothing there on the Penny Saver. WKGB. Nothing on WKGB. 105 or 104. Nothing there. They have the same article about the carousel. Spectrum News. Let's check Spectrum News. Anything on Spectrum News? And not seeing anything. Not seeing anything at all. Let's see. Let's check the local headlines. Let's see what they got on headlines. Anything on headlines? No, that seems to be the same here. That was 3 weeks ago. No, we don't need to show something that's from 3 weeks ago. Let's see around the state. Let's check around the state on Spectrum. Anything on around New York State? And not seeing anything. Okay, so nothing on Spectrum. Let's go up Buffalo way. Buffalo Sabres captain accused of cheating. What the hell is that about? Let's go to Buffalo's 106.5. Again, no affiliation with it. Buffalo's New Country. Buffalo's number one for New Country. Let's go ahead and look at this one. And let's see. Let's bring this up here. This is a read article and stuff like that. So I got to bring that up on another tab here. And let's see. We'll bring that up. Let's see. Accused of cheating. This is on 106. Let's see. The Buffalo Sabres, they won last night 3-2. Win over Montreal Canadiens in Game 4 was marred by comments from the broadcast crew of the broadcasting crew from ESPN. The missus had to literally tell me to keep quiet because I was complaining about the ESPN. They wanted Montreal. It was apparent they were in the pocket for Montreal. But one of the commentators accused the Sabres captain Ramus Delin of cheating during the game. Are you serious? The accusation came in the second period when the captain was hit in the face with a high stick that drew a penalty. In the NHL, if blood is drawn, on a minor penalty like high sticking, an additional 2 minutes is added to the penalty, making it a 4-minute penalty instead of 2. The commentary mentioned that Delin was trying to reopen the wound. Oh, that's what okay, I remember. He was trying to reopen the wound to draw blood so the Sabres could get an additional 2 minutes. Come on, give me a break. Replay with the audio announcing. We're not going to show that. I'm not going to show that. Of course, that would be illegal. And he was ready to go back into the game, but they wouldn't let him. And so, no, there's blood. You got to sit out. Okay, if you got hit a high stick and you stay in there, but the refs decide. So it was up to the refs. So this commentator is full of crap. In the end, the blood drawn on was fresh, and the officials did award a 4-minute power, and I think they ended up scoring, tying the game. Be honest that when I was watching the game, that comment irked me. It irked me too. Now that I know, the commentator, I remember him saying this. You could see the blood. The players are playing their hardest and doing everything they can within the rule book to win the game, and to be accused of cheating is dumb. And ESPN, their freaking announcers during that game last night, they sucked. I'm going to tell you that from a fan. They sucked to make that accusation. I expect that the national broadcasters would have more respect. Yeah, these were local yokels on ESPN for the players and accuse them. The series between Buffalo and Montreal is now tied 2 games. Game 5 is going to be Thursday night back at Key Central in Buffalo. So there you have that. And That captain's a good captain too. I like him. So that's a bunch of bullshit as far as that goes. And yeah, I'm not too impressed. Now, there's announcers on ESPN for football. I don't think college basketball and stuff, they're pretty good. These hockey announcers on ESPN, they were atrocious. He got high stick and it hit up into his lip, and he was feeling it. They figured because he was feeling it, he was trying to open an old wound, but you can see it was a fresh wound. I think he was checking his teeth because he might have got a tooth knocked out. When you get high stick, it hit it right him in the mouth. It's like, come give me a break. To make that accusation, that's just a ESPN. You just suck for NHL. And it was obvious throughout the game, especially in the beginning, they wanted Montreal to win and stuff. You could see the favoritism as far as that goes. So, okay, so that's on 106.6. Follow up on the hockey game last night. Let's see. Let's go back here and check what other articles do they have. Okay, that's it for that. Let's see. Do they have anything? Okay, let's check their sister channel, 93.7 WBLK Power. They got the same articles. Yeah. So that's the same articles there. Okay, let's see. We got that. Let's see, 1440. What do we got for a short brief here just before we leave? Anything? And I'm not seeing anything. No, nothing there. Nothing there. So it looks like we got all our web pages in that I'm not affiliated with those news agencies as far as that goes. And let's see, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark here as far as that goes. So I think we're just going to. So this has been a good broadcast for the Rumble 2.0, and just for Deplorable, it's more enhanced because of the 2.0. We're in 1080p, so it's going to be a lot better, a lot clearer. I'm looking over here on the big screen. Oh yeah, you could definitely see a quality improvement on the 2.0 as far as the camera picture. It looks very nice and stuff like that. And I had to change a few things as far as using the Rumble 2.0, but it's working out quite well as far as the switching around and all that and stuff like that. So, but we're going to go ahead and get ready to exit stage left here, folks, and get our day started. I'm going to probably now let me do something here. Let's check the weather map here real quick. See what the Doppler has. Where's my Doppler? There's my Doppler. Let's check the Doppler. Ooh, is it raining out?
See when the next rain's coming in.
What's that?
See when the next rain's coming in.
Yeah, I want to check that right now. I'm checking the Doppler right now as far as that goes. Let's see what the Doppler has to say before we leave here. Let's see. Look at that. That's so much smoother bringing up the present. Oh my God, that's so much smoother. Okay, let's add that to the stage. That's the current Doppler right now, and I think Deplorable. He's over in this area here, I think. But Tioga County is right here. There's Tioga County. Let me bring up my other weather map from Weather Underground. Let's see. We got that. And we want storms, and let's see. Let's click this on to see what the movement is. Yeah, that's the weather right now in the Northeast. You can see we got weather in the Northeast here in the United States. There we go. We'll check the weather out there. You can see the weather right there. So, and let's bring it down into New York. Yeah, we're covered. I might have to ride the bicycle. Well, I might be able to get a walk in. I don't know. Dependent. I I don't see any puddles out there.
Just a light rain.
Is it a light mist?
It was overnight.
Yeah. It looks like.
Still raining?
I don't see it. We got the Doppler. We have rain in the area. Yeah.
All right. I thought maybe I'd have time to go out and burn.
No, not maybe later after this passes. Let me see what the. Let's see what the chart says here. There's a chart I go to as far as the 10-day. It gives a little bit more accurate time-wise. Let's see. Yeah, the 10-day. Let's see what the 10-day has. Because right now, as soon as it comes up, yeah, it's going down right now to 10 a.m. It drops down to 40%, but then right after that, the next hour going into 12, it goes back up to 70% to 100% till what is it? Till 2 o'clock. So right now it's on the downhill swing, but it's going to pick back up. And then it goes back down at 4 p.m. and then it starts raining again at 7 p.m. It takes it all the way to about 6 p.m. down up to 10 p.m. We got rain. So that's our weather as far as that goes, folks. And there we have it. That's our weather, and we're past the 2-hour mark. And I'm going to go ahead and get my day started here. I want to say thank you for the folks on Rumble. We're leaving with 5 people on Rumble. Rumble rocks. We have 1 person on Twitch still, as far as that goes, and we have 1 person on YouTube. YouTube's not up there. I don't know. Rumble's probably working on something, or else they lost the API there from YouTube. YouTube is a competitor of Rumble, or Rumble's a competitor of YouTube. So that might be an indication that they may not be getting along together or something like that. But we do appreciate Rumble, and we say thank you to Rumble for us being here. And there's Farmer saying, letting us love the flags here as I bring it up. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Farmer. Thank you very much for being here, coming in from the Commonwealth of Virginia, otherwise known as California East. I still laugh every time I say that. So thank you, my friend. I want to say thank you to Tina, our Jersey girl who was here. Tony D was here also. Thank you, Tony D, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Have a great day down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And Tina's right there in central New Jersey. We had Double J's, who's coming in from an undisclosed location in the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you, Double J's, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And then we had Big Juice coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Thank you, Steve, for being here. Great to have you. And let's see, we had Deplorable coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania. So we had a wide range of people here. And I do appreciate it. I appreciate the folks that were just watching, sitting back and watching it. And you know who you are, because I know who you are. At least 2 of them that might be watching this broadcast. Because they did indicate to me that they are watching, and I raised my coffee cup to them. And they're probably laughing right now. But anyway, thank you for those folks that were just sitting back, and also the people that are listening, because we do repurpose the audio here on Rumble Studios 2.0 over there on Spotify for Creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And you can check out where else I'm at on these fine social media platforms by just checking the show notes up there in Rumble, Twitch, and over on YouTube, and as well as just Google Fireman Rich, and you'll see where else I'm at here on this thing called the internet. So other than that, folks, I do thank you all, and we will be back Friday. Tomorrow will be the Thursday Fireman Rich audio podcast, which I'll be posting it up on all those social media feeds. And as far as that goes, and other than that, we'll see what the day brings. I may or may not. I may have to ride the bicycle today, the Mrs. Exercise bike. I might do that instead. And and I don't have any wash to do. I did the wash yesterday that I had to do. So it's just I have a chess game this afternoon, so I might take a little nap before going to the chess game. So other than that, you all have a great one. Thank you again. We're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend, and you all have a great one, and we'll be talking to you later. Rich Roberts wishing you all well. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. And God bless you all, and God bless America. Take care, folks, and have a great Wednesday. Take care. Ciao for now.